awareness, consciousness, mind, body, world. Q. The repetition of the name of God is very common in India. Is there any virtue in it? M. When you know the name of a thing, or a person, you can find it easily. By calling God by his name you make him come to you. Q. In what shape does he come? M. According to your expectations. If you happen to be unlucky, and some saintly soul gives you a mentor for good luck, and you repeat it with faith and devotion, your bad luck is bound to turn. Steady faith is stronger than destiny. Destiny is the result of causes, mostly accidental, and is therefore loosely woven. Confidence and good hope will overcome it easily. Q. When a mentor is chanted, what exactly happens? M. The sound of mentor creates the shape which will embody the self. The self can embody any shape, and operate through it. After all, the self is expressing itself in action, and a mentor is primarily energy in action. It acts on you, it acts on your surroundings. Q. The mentor is traditional. Must it be so? M. Since times immemorial a link was created between certain words and corresponding energies and reinforced by number less repetitions. It is just like a road to walk on. It is an easy way. Only faith is needed. You trust the road to take you to your destination. Q. What am I to learn? M. To live without self-concern. For this you must know your own true being, Swarupa, as indomitable, fearless, ever victorious. Once you know with absolute certainty that nothing can trouble you but your own imagination, you come to disregard your desires and fears, concepts and ideas and live by truth alone. Q. If your thinking is unconscious, how do you know that it is right? M. There is no desire, nor fear to thwart it. What can make it wrong? Once I know myself and what I stand for, I do not need to check on myself all the time. When you know that your watch shows correct time, you do not hesitate each time you consult it. Q. But if their destiny is to suffer, how can you interfere with destiny? M. Their destiny is what happens. There is no thwarting of the destiny. You mean to say everybody's life is totally determined at his birth? What a strange idea. Were it so, the power that determines would see to it that nobody should suffer. Q. What about cause and effect? M. Each moment contains the whole of the past and creates the whole of the future. Q. Yet you cannot help another much. M. Surely, I can help. You too can help. Everybody can help. But the suffering is all the time recreated. Man alone can destroy in himself the roots of pain. Others can only help with the pain, but not with its cause, which is the abysmal stupidity of mankind. Q. Will this stupidity ever come to an end? M. In man, of course. Any moment. In humanity, as we know it, after very many years. In creation, never, for creation itself is rooted in ignorance. Matter itself is ignorance. Not to know, and not to know that one does not know, is the cause of endless suffering. Q. I feel the yogi did not mean mere steadiness of purpose, resulting in ceaseless pursuit and application. He meant that with will fixed on the goal no pursuit or application are needed. The mere fact of willing attracts its object. M. Whatever name you give it, will, or steady purpose, or one-pointedness of the mind, you come back to earnestness, since honesty. When you are in dead earnest, you tend every second of your life to your purpose. You do not waste time and energy on other things. You are totally dedicated, call it will, or love, or plain honesty. We are complex beings, at war within and without. We contradict ourselves all the time, undoing today the work of yesterday. No wonder we are stuck. A little of integrity would make a lot of difference. Q. What will it do to me? M. Weak-mindedness is due to lack of intelligence, of understanding, which again is the result of non-awareness. By striving for awareness you bring your mind together and strengthen it. Q. It is a part of Indian spiritual tradition that mere living in the proximity of a saint or sage is conducive to liberation, and no other means are needed. Why don't you organize an ashram so that people could live near you? M. The moment I create an institution I become its prisoner. As a matter of fact, I'm available to all. Common roof and food will not make people more welcome. Living near does not mean breathing the same air. It means trusting and obeying, not letting the good intentions of a teacher go to waste. Have your guru always in your heart and remember his instructions. This is real evidence with the true physical proximity is least important. Make your entire life an expression of your faith and love for your teacher. This is real dwelling with the guru. Q. When a man comes to you for advice and you give him advice, wherefrom does it come and by what power does it help? M. His own being affects his mind and induces a response. Q. And so, I can do as I like and put the blame on some universal power. How easy? M. Yes, very easy. Just realize the one mover behind all that moves and leave all to him. If you do not hesitate or cheat, this is the surest way to reality. Stand without desire and fear, relinquishing all control and all responsibility. Q. What madness? M. Yes, divine madness. What is wrong in letting go the illusion of personal control and personal responsibility? Both are in the mind only. Of course, as long as you imagine yourself to be in control, you should also imagine yourself to be responsible. One implies the other. M. When I say I'm free, I merely state a fact. If you're an adult, you are free from infancy. I'm free from all description and identification. Whatever you may hear, see, or think of, I am not that. I am free from being a percept or a concept. M. Again, you assume that your point of view is the only correct one. I repeat, I was not, am not, shall not be a body. To me this is a fact. I too was under the illusion of having been born, but my guru made me see that birth and death are mere ideas. Birth is merely the idea, I have a body, and death, I have lost my body. Now, when I know I'm not a body, the body may be there or may not. What difference does it make? The body, mind is like a room. It is there, but I need not live in it all the time. M. It does not apply. In these matters there is no question of purpose, nor of action. All you need is to listen, remember, ponder. It is like taking food. All you can do is to bite off, chew, and swallow. All else is unconscious and automatic. Listen, remember, and understand. The mind is both the actor and the stage. All is of the mind, and you are not the mind. The mind is born and reborn, not you. The mind creates the world, and all the wonderful variety of it. Just like in a good play you have all sorts of characters and situations, so you need a little of everything to make a world. Q. What about the identity of the dying man? What happens to it when he's dead? Do you agree that it continues in another body? M. It continues, and yet it does not. All depends how you look at it. What is identity, after all? Continue in memory. Can you talk of identity without memory? Q. But to the common man death makes a difference. M. What he thinks himself to be before death he continues to be after death. His self-image survives. M. You have the necessary faith. Those who have true faith in him will see him everywhere and at all times. All happens they see according to your faith, and your faith is the shape of your desire. Q. I do not mean identity of essence or substance, nor similarity of form. I mean the actual entering into the minds and hearts of others and participating in their personal experiences. Can you suffer and rejoice with me, or you only infer what I feel from observation and analogy? M. All beings are in me, but bringing down into the brain the content of another brain requires special training. There is no thing that cannot be achieved by training. M. What is the root of pain? Ignorance of yourself. What is the root of desire? The urge to find yourself. All creation toils for its self, and will not rest until it returns to it. M. All experience subsides with the mind. Without the mind, there can be no experiencer, nor experience. M. The witness merely registers the presence or absence of experience. It is not an experience by itself, but it becomes an experience when the thought, I am the witness, arises. M. Beyond pain and pleasure there is bliss. M. Neither conscious nor unconscious. Real. Q. Are you serious? Would you tell a Westerner to repeat or M, or Hare Krishna, ceaselessly, though he lacks completely the faith and conviction born of the right cultural and religious background? Without confidence and fervor, repeating mechanically the same sounds, will he ever achieve anything? M. Why not? It is the urge, the hidden motive that matters, not the shape it takes. Whatever he does, if he does it for the sake of finding his own real self, will surely bring him to himself. Q. Then, where is the need of giving expression to one's longing? M. No need. Doing nothing is as good. Mere longing, undiluted by thought and action, pure, concentrated longing, will take you speedily to your goal. It is the true motive that matters, not the manner. Q. Unbelievable. How can dull repetition in boredom verging on despair be effective? M. The very facts of repetition, of struggling on, and of endurance and perseverance, in spite of boredom and despair, and complete lack of conviction are really crucial. They are not important by themselves, but the sincerity behind them is all important. There must be a push from within and pull from without. Q. My questions are typical of the West. Their people think in terms of cause and effect, means and goals. They do not see what causal connection can there be between a particular word and the absolute reality. M. None whatsoever. But there is a connection between the word and its meaning, between the action and its motive. Spiritual practices will assert and reassert. Who has not the daring will not accept the real even when offered. Unwillingness born of fear is the only obstacle. M. Of course I can share the fruits, and am doing so all the time. But mine is a silent language. Learn to listen and understand. Q. Your answer is always the same. A kind of clockwork which strikes the same hours again and again. M. It cannot be helped. Just like the one sun is reflected in a billion dewdrops, so is the timeless endlessly repeated. When I repeat, I am, I merely assert and reassert an ever-present fact. You get tired of my words because you do not see the living truth behind them. Connect it and you will find the full meaning of words and of silence, both. Q. In God's economy everything must have a purpose. M. Do you know God that you talk of him so freely? What is God to you? A sound, a word on paper, an idea in the mind. Q. By his power I am born and kept alive. M. And suffer and die. Are you glad? Q. The Supreme is the Master and consciousness, his servant. M. The Master is in consciousness, not beyond it. In terms of consciousness, the Supreme is both creation and dissolution, concretion and abstraction, the focal and the universal. It is also neither. Words do not reach there, nor mind. Q. The Nani seems to be a very lonely being, all by himself. M. He's alone, but he's all. He's not even a being. He's the beingness of all beings. Not even that. No words apply. He's what? He's the ground from which all grows. Q. There can be no evidence of your state. All I know about it is what you say. All I see